DJ Keith Golden, 1 o'clock hour, almost midway through. Got my very special guest in the building though. Trey, what's going on?
What's going on?
This is our second time sitting down, talking. I'm excited to get this second one in. I know you've been doing a lot of growing. You got a lot of things going like you had before. So I'm ready to get this one started. You don't know, the last time me and Trey talked, we talked about Put Down the Pistols and CMD. Chasing My Dreams was his 2 movements. And we're here to talk today about more things he has going from last year to this year and just getting to know more. He said he got a couple announcements, so I'm going to get into these questions. What are some things you've learned as a businessman since our last talk? And like we were just saying before the interview started, I believe that it was exactly a year since the last one.
Yeah, it's been a year. Interning and working with different people. This past summer, I interned at Regional 1. I was working right beside the CEO. And I mean, that was a great experience just learning different business aspects, legally, and like how to just move in the business world. Those are some things I learned.
And when moving in the business world, what would you say is the biggest thing you learned though?
Moving with strategy. You just can't move thinking this one move is the right one. You have to think it through. And working with the CEO, there was something that I took heed of, seeing how he handled deals and things that he did. Just him moving with strategy and having the right team around him that helped him become successful in it.
That sounds like right on point. I'm thinking since the last time, because to me the first time we met, I mean of course we knew each other before, but when we came and interviewed, I feel like you had your head on pretty straight. And now you're telling me you've been around some people, some experienced bosses, and now you're getting better at what you've already been good at. Now, Chasing My Dreams is one of your movements that I think has been progressing. I've been seeing a lot of progression. How has it grown though?
For me, or as a whole, we just grown, mentally stronger. If everyone around you is in tune, then we can reach the goal ultimately. And the goal is just to reach our dreams and, achieve success. And, everybody has their head on right. You have right people pushing you, you're going to progress. And, I mean, that's been the biggest thing for me.
Now, as an organization, what do you see coming from CMD? I have other questions for it, but I want to know, from your perspective, since you're the creator, what do you see maybe when we meet again, maybe a year or 2 from now, what are you expecting from the organization?
I expect this to be on top. I see a lot of leadership coming from it, definitely. Like I was saying, having the right people around you, pushing you. If you have other leaders, then, they're pushing you to be the best leader you can be and reach your potential. So, I mean, those, like I said, the biggest things for me, having the right team, building, just progressing as a whole, mentally, everybody in tune spiritually as well. That's big. That's a big
one. Spiritually is a big one. But like you keep saying, having the right people around you, I feel like you guys can only go up like you guys been doing. Can CMD be something that the youth looks towards and guidance and inspiration?
Yeah, this is exactly what I want it to be. I want it to be something that they see that, as a young entrepreneur, young man, only 19, that if I'm doing something positive, they can do it as well. No matter what obstacle, anything they've been through, you can overcome it. I lost 2 good friends of mine this past year. Rest in peace, Michael Roper and Jalen Summerall. And, that took a toll on me. And, just having the right people, like I was saying, helped me get through it. And that's something that the youth can see, that if I go through this, or if I lose someone, I can bounce back from it because I saw him bounce back from it.
Right. R.I.P. to John. I'm friends with his little sister, and they hit the city so hard. I believe they hit the city way too hard, and like you're saying, I think it is good and positive for people to know when they do lose people like we do in our city, that you can bounce back and try to find some positivity in the hardest time of your life, you know what I'm saying? And maybe try to, because of course you want to push through, but that, just saying it is not enough.
Yeah.
You need that support to, to have that push, and I think you're on the right step. I did hear that you wanted to hear, put a date on it. Shout out to Gotti.
Yeah.
First half of the interview, Trey already requested something, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. But y'all stay tuned. Yo Gotti featuring Lil Baby. Hope y'all tuning in. Trey Moore still in the building with me. I really hope y'all tuned in. The interview just got started. Now Trey, what is your ultimate goal for the youth? You know, I guess not just for CMD, but for the youth period, you know, dealing with you and what you got going. What's your goal for the youth?
My ultimate goal is for them to be inspired. For them, like I said, to see something that can motivate them and inspire them to achieve whatever it is that, you know, they set out for themselves to achieve. That's my ultimate goal. And for them to have a positive influence. You know, there's so much going on out here that a lot of the youth, they don't have positive influences. So I want, you know, me and my team to be people that they can look to and be motivated and inspired by.
Are there chances that CMD expands beyond Memphis? If not, because when I think about it, when I think about it, I'm like, man, Trey can get that done. Dude working his butt off. I would curse, but you know, but I'm like, dude really working his butt off. If he expand his organization, and you feel like y'all gonna expand eventually? Definitely.
Expansion is always the goal, and whatever you do, you know, you got to start somewhere as the foundation, and Memphis the foundation. But expansion is big. Like I said, we have people from everywhere rocking with the movement.
Right.
You know, you go on Twitter, Instagram, ain't no telling who you might see hashtagging CMD. But as far as like working, like physically, I definitely plan to expand.
Now, I want to ask you about why you, because I thought, and I got it wrong, I thought that you had left the school you were at and was going to UT Knox, but you say when you're not, but you're always down there. Is it like, is there business down there, or are you just traveling, just family?
A little bit of both. You know, it's people connection that, you know, I'm close to that can help me reach the goals I'm trying to reach there. And, you know, just the feeling, the atmosphere is beautiful. So, I mean, I'm there a bit.
But not that much, huh? I swear I thought you was a ball. I'm like, man, you told me you was finna be a rebel. But nah. He said he's still at Carson Newman. You got your business partner here with you, a part of CMD as well. You guys say you getting ready, or you know, starting up a podcast that you're working on. What can you tell us about that? And you know, I guess the process of that, and what you guys gonna have involved in that? And
but the name's gonna be Discentennials. I feel like it's gonna be the answer to Generation Z, in my opinion, because I feel like the generation we're in, I feel like it's like an outlet that we're looking for, so we can actually speak. Like, I feel like our generation is muted,
right?
And the older generation have millennials, but our generation, we don't know that we're centennials. So I feel like their centennials is going to be like a lot of deep conversations, a lot of heated debates. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the cast that I'm going to have is going to be perfect. So it's going to be a lot of everything. Like, when I have it, I'm only going to be promoting young entrepreneurs. I'm only going to be promoting like young musicians, because, like I said, I'm trying to put the younger, the youth in, because I feel like we have the key to the success, like, for the next lifetime.
Right.
And along with like being a part of CMD, like, honestly, I feel like me and Trey, business partners, I feel like we doing something the city ain't seen yet.
I agree. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Now, you saying that the podcast will sort of put the youth in a position to where they can speak on different areas of their life. Is it gonna be like a internet involvement or call-in involvement? Like, how do you plan on getting the youth involved exactly?
You know, we still working on that. It's gonna be kind of both though. I'm gonna have it in a way where they're gonna be able to call in, you know, be able to talk and everything like that. But I'm also working on it where I can basically go live or something like that because, you know, social media is such a powerful outlet.
Right. I
want to get the following to the point where they can go live, ask questions, we can answer them. Or I'm just gonna have it where you can send in letters, and when I have it, I can answer them right when I do the episode, things like that. So I think, man, honestly, it's gonna be huge. I'm expecting a lot from it. I'm excited about it. You know, we're gonna have a date come this upcoming summer.
I was just about to say the expected date.
Yeah, the expected date is this upcoming summer. You know, I know for a fact that we're gonna be running more likely in June, but I'm gonna have names that's gonna be a part of it. I'm gonna have everything basically in order this upcoming summer.
So shout out to these two guys. Extremely ambitious, humble guys, just from talking to them. Just one conversation you get that from, and these ideas that you guys are shooting. Like you said, I haven't heard that from anybody else in the city.
Yeah.
So coming from you two guys, I mean, I don't know if anybody can say it's expected, because I don't think it is, especially coming out of the city. I don't think that it's very expected. But I do commend you guys on being the first foot forward. Because, I mean, you're not going to hear that a lot because of, like we were just talking about podcasts, just, basically being the thing now. But when you take the podcast aspect and you make it your own, I think that's what, that's what make it different. So I do commend you guys, like I said, for being that first foot forward. Shout out to CMD, big CMD. Always hoping that I'm a part of that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hoping that I'm a part of CMD.
How you keep CMD?
Hey, y'all heard it right here. Now, Trey, we've been talking a while about this big announcement that you got. What is the special event that you have coming up soon?
Well, the event is this Entrepreneur Expo, and I got that idea because when you think of Memphis, you think we so divided, and we all we talk about how we want to be the next Atlanta, but in my opinion, we so talented, we can be better than Atlanta.
Ooh.
And the key to that is unity. So, it was one night I was in bed, I think it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm thinking, as a vision, man, you always thinking, what can you do to, progress and make a difference? And for me, I thought of a Entrepreneur Expo. So I have entrepreneurs come in, young leaders of the city. The future is in our hand. We're the ones who got the future on lock. So if I can bring all the young entrepreneurs, all the young musicians, or whoever has a product or anything together, how can we not be better than Atlanta, or at our fullest potential that we want to be?
I can respect that, because that's not my first time hearing somebody say that we could be better than Atlanta, because I think it's facts though.
Yeah, we can.
And me and my pops, y'all two know my pops, we was just talking about yesterday. He was telling me, of course time go back, but he was telling me about how the city was divided even with sports. Like he was like the city was even divided with sports, let alone divided with the gangs and everything else you gotta deal with. So I'm like, the fact that you just said that, it just came to my head like, man, we really can, if we try to get to our full potential, it'd be so easy to reach it with the unity. Yeah,
and then if I do that, that's big, because now you have young people under us looking like, he's only 5-10 years older than me. If he can do it, we can come together. Then that's going to inspire the people above us and older than us, such as the musicians or politicians or whoever, who are divided, to come together, because they'll look at it like, this young man, he put something together like this. Why can't we come together? Why is he taking somebody so young to do something that the city has been needing for so long?
So you basically want to be the inspiration for the older and the younger generation, what I'm hearing.
I want to be the inspiration for everybody. You trying to get motivated.
I want to be trying to inspire your grandma.
Yeah.
For real.
For real.
Okay. And I mean, I think you can, because just hearing it, because like I said, I feel like CMD it has expanded from what we was talking about last year. Like you said, I'm seeing hashtags from a lot of places. And everybody, I'm seeing hashtags from a lot of places, and kudos, like I said, congrats, and I commend you guys. But for this Entrepreneur Expo, what can we expect? I don't want to say we expect it to move fast, but what are you expecting? How quick are you expecting to get it to people?
I mean,
by word of mouth, or by foot, or what's the very first step you plan on taking?
I plan on doing it everywhere I can. Social media, word of mouth, like I'm doing right now, promoting interviews, everything possible.
So when the kids I'm trying to get a grasp of like when you go to the expo, is it basically just like a I guess you just want to express how unity could bring the city together, or is it you inspiring people to do different things?
It's a little bit of both. When you will see the unity aspect, when you see all of the entrepreneurs and leaders come together. My goal is to have the mayor of Memphis there. That's my goal, for it to be so big that he can be inspired and he can see that the city is on the right path. So I look at it as networking, unity, inspiration. Any way you want to put it, that's how I want it to be.
Y'all don't sleep on this young man. None of his business partners, because they on the rise and they on the way. Because I want to know what's next for Trey Moore, because I know you got the Entrepreneur Expo, CMD is on the rise, you in school. Is this where you just plan to keep rising at this point, like after school? Because that's a minute, you know what I'm saying? Like I was telling y'all about my situation, but for you it's a minute, and I kind of feel like you could be your own man in a couple years, not saying that you're not now, but I feel like by the time you graduate, is that your plan to just be your own man, straight entrepreneur? Because if all your organizations succeed past what you expect, then that's a big thought that you can have in your head. Like, I could be my own man in a couple of years,
Yeah, that's the goal.
When you talk about the Entrepreneur Expo, it's like, man, like you already kind of being your own entrepreneur. So like you said, it's kind of going to inspire the youth, even the elder, to become their own person.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the next couple of years for you?
I feel like my next couple of years going to be the biggest years of my life, as far as networking with certain people, being put in certain rooms where opportunities present themselves. I feel like the next few years is going to be like my prime, the time where I'm most successful. Well, I plan to be successful for the rest of my life, but the time where everything just finally like take off.
Right. You think it's going to be the time like everything matters? Because I can definitely say my whole college experience, because I don't believe in schools for everybody and all that, because it's not. I didn't seen it from being here, but do you think that besides school, everything else is gonna put you in a position to, I don't know, maybe, because I don't know, I just keep trying to put this in your life. I don't know why I feel like I see you creating like this your own, like, but further than CMD, further than further than CMD just like creating your own entity, and it's Trey Moore. I feel like you saying, helping the youth. I can see you guys doing it in a couple years, really making differences in the city. Because right now, you got a lot of people saying they want to make a difference, and they want to do this and that. I can honestly see you guys making a positive difference, and that's what I hear though throughout the whole interview. I just hear you trying to make a difference in the city. So do you think that over the years, that's the question I should be asking, do you think it'll take a minute for the city to progress, or do you think that maybe over a year or two that people will finally see, hey, because of course the music scene is already trying to, the music scene in Memphis is already trying to come together. Well, I think when we let go of the cliques and the gangs and we put the youth, and the elders together, do you feel like that could, over maybe 1 or 2 years, be a difference in the city?
That's always the plan. We all hope for it, but nothing comes overnight. So it may take time, but in the end, that's what we hope, that everything is like, everything is united, so we can be, the next big city. Because, division is the only thing hindering us from it. We have so much talent, but everybody clicked up. Everybody want to be their own person. We can just come together and run the world. But like you said, it's going to take time.
Right.
It may not happen, tomorrow, next month, next year, but over time, progression will be shown. We will reach our potential.
I do want to thank you guys for pulling up on me, coming to sit down, talking to me. Trey, for the second time, thank you so much for getting this one in the books. Another great one. The first one was so amazing. I didn't think we could top the first one, but we did. And I think everybody gonna appreciate this interview nonetheless because, like I said, I do see a change. I do see you guys changing the demographics of Memphis just based off the positivity. And if the music scene, because I think like you were saying about the podcast, this generation is so focused on the music, whether good or bad.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Memphis music scene is starting to become positive in a way. I do think you guys are owning something, and extremely proud of you guys. Can't thank y'all enough for coming down and expressing it and just letting everybody know, because I know y'all supporters are wondering what's next. And like I said, I can't thank you guys enough for coming down, telling me and dropping the exclusive bomb of the Entrepreneur Expo. Excited about that. Hoping I can be a part of that too, because I'm thinking in my head like I definitely should try to be a part of that because I want to be a part of the positivity. I hate talking about positivity and change and not being a part of it because I hate to be hypocritical. It's like, man, a lot of people out here talking, and a lot of people need change. A lot of things need change, and it sucks for me to just be talking about it and not doing it. So, like I said, I commend you guys for wanting to be the change and actually putting it foot forth. Anything else you guys want to say before I let you go? Because I'm going to keep just saying thank you.
Shout out to Key Golden. Appreciate you for having me. Shout out to CMD, everybody who supported, everybody who rock with it. And, chase your dreams, never give up, keep faith, and, go hard in everything you do.
Shout out CMD, y'all. Shout out Trey. Look for the Entrepreneur Expo coming soon. I'm about to play this Gunna and let Trey get on down. Y'all, let me know how y'all feel about the interview. Hit Trey up on social media. CMD CEO Trey, or the CEO CMD Trey?
It's CMD CEO Trey on Instagram. CMD Trey 1 on Twitter. You got any questions about, anything, those are the places you can reach me at.
Trey Moore, you guys.
Yeah. Set coming in and the money on fold. Gotta put a stamp on it. Just hit a plate, scrape it off the plate. Hey, gotta put the camp on it.